Welcome to our latest YouTube video where we share with you and delve into the world of Amazon FBA. In this video, we are thrilled to have Amy Wiz, who will be sharing her expertise and live examples on how she is using and utilizing AI tools like Midjourney to generate photos, mockups, packaging ideas, and more. Throughout our conversation, Amy shares her extensive knowledge on the incredible features and updates that sellers can leverage with AI tools to create stunning product images that truly stand out from the crowd. So sit back, relax, and get ready to discover the immense potential of AI for your Amazon product photography. This is a conversation you won't want to miss. Amy Wiz, thank you very much for coming on the channel. It's really a pleasure after not talking with you long time to talk about something very exciting today that we'll dive deep into it after maybe you introduce yourself to those that didn't hear about you.
Well, thank you for having me, Tomer. It's really great to see you again, and I'm excited to see you at Prosper here very soon, so we can catch up. A little bit about me. I am a seller myself, so I've been selling since 2007 on Amazon, and in 2017, I invented a product and started my own private label brand. Of course, I knew I could launch it on Amazon because I'd been selling there just as a hobby for many years. And then I found the process of inventing a product kind of frustrating. And there wasn't really a lot of courses about that. There wasn't a lot of resources. So I decided that I would figure this journey out and that I would share it along the way. And that's when I started the Amazing at Home community. And Amazing at Home is a marketing and consulting firm that I own, and we help Amazon sellers and e-commerce sellers and many different businesses in the industry with everything from product research, product development, brand development, and all the way from concept to launch on Amazon and beyond. We also help people with launching into retail, things like that. So yeah, it's been a really cool journey, and I am a data nerd. I have a little bit of a background in cybersecurity and in military planning. And so, I love to plan, I love data, and I love to just figure things out. And so I've been playing with AI and I've developed a little bit of a following for the stuff that I've done with AI, and I've talked about it on a few different podcasts as well as stages, most recently at Billion Dollar Seller Summit. And when you asked me to come and talk today on your channel about AI, of course, I want to nerd out with you about this because it's so awesome, the potential of what we can do with our brands and our businesses with AI.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing, and that's what we wanted to talk about. ChatGPT and the AI tools, specifically with images. I know there is already a lot of videos out there about ChatGPT or how you can use it with your Amazon business, but about images, I didn't really find a lot of information. I tried to play with some of the tools, but seems that you already mastered them or in the way to master them. So what do you think about, really, before we dive deep into what are the uses and what you can actually do with AI to help you as an Amazon seller? What do you think the future? What's going on now? ChatGPT, those AI, what's going on? How it's going to change the landscape?
Well, I mean, honestly, as a copywriter myself, I think it really, it's smarter than me. It's smart, and it can be witty on command. And I think that it's really going to change the landscape of how we do the work, right? I think that humans will still have jobs. People are very concerned about AI replacing their jobs, and they should be, because it really, can save a lot of time and effort. And that's why the future belongs to the innovators in humanity. And that's why it's great that we're all entrepreneurs and we love to create. But we should be thinking about how we can work smarter and not harder with AI. And I think the potential of AI and the future of what it can bring, not just to our ability to create new applications, new content, new abilities to learn, but also, what it can bring to our existing computing capabilities. When I think about my Tesla right now, yes, my Tesla can already drive itself, but what is it going to be in a few years? It's going to be a fully immersive experience. I saw this article the other day about somebody in China invented a kissing machine where you can kiss your loved one through the internet by using this machine, right? And then somebody else commented on the thread about, oh, they're making body suits too. So I think everything is really going to change. We already saw with COVID how we're working from home and how we realized that there's many businesses that don't need to be in person, that we can actually operate remotely. I think that it really is going to change our world. And I think many of us are going to live in kind of a more of a virtual world. And we're going to see things be more autonomous as we move through the future. And it's still a beautiful thing to me. Some people think it's very scary. What do you think, Tomer? What do you think about the future with AI? Is it scary to you, or do you love it?
So me personally, I love it because it saves me a lot of time. And, as from a point of a business owner, you said it's not going to replace people, but I think like certain jobs that I had with VAs, I just, had to let them go because I'm like, instead of having a VA doing it like in a few hours, I can do it literally in 5 minutes, like analyzing reviews, checking a lot of things like data entry, or even for my YouTube channel, Sourcing Monster. Like it took me like, I had to really think about titles for videos that took me like a long time, or my VAs now, description, titles, all of this, like in a matter of seconds.
Yes,
Amazon posts, like the captions, all of those, like in literally in like few seconds, instead of like a job of a VA analyzing like a lot of things. But I also, from a point of view of a VA or some, people that used to do manual work, I understand their concern, but I think that if they look at it as a tool to improve, like to even improve their work, I think that's going to help them to still have jobs, still be able to create and use more of their brain. And like you said, innovation to come up with ideas, and it will just supplement our work. It's not going to replace us because it's not there.
And what I've been doing with my VAs and the AEH team, we've embraced AI, and we're doing AI training. And so now, like my social media manager, I came up with a bunch of new content and ideas for my brand, which, like you said, I used to have to think of blog titles and do the research. Now, instead, I'm doing it one time, as we business owners should be doing. We do it once, we figure it out once, and then we create an SOP for someone else to do it. So now, instead of me going into ChatGPT and saying, okay, this is the business, this is the topics, I want, SEO, unique content, titles, hashtags, alt text, all these things. I'm just training the VA to do that. So that way, we're both utilizing great tools and we're making more of our time and our effort. But instead of me letting that VA go, she becomes an even bigger asset to my team, because now she's trained on AI and she knows even how to, not only do we use the content side of things through ChatGPT, but we also go over into the image generators and we create the images for those posts, for our blogs, everything like that. And so, we've come full circle. So it's really cool to see. And we're doing the same thing on the web development side. My whole team, we're all challenging each other to go, okay, how can we utilize these tools? Even AI tools for creating presentations now. So many cool AI tools out there.
Amazing. That's really crazy. And I look at it, bottom line, we both look at it as an advantage and something really exciting. And we should all look at it as an opportunity and not something that will be taken from us. Yeah, great. Thank you for sharing this. Now, how you mentioned something about the photos. You take some content that you generate either manually or through ChatGPT, and you transform it into image creation using AI. What are the tools that are available? I know Midjourney is available, but it's kind of it's on Discord, so it's not that user friendly. But curious to hear from you, since you have more experience. How are you using it practically in your business?
For image generation, I do primarily use Midjourney, and that's just because for me, it actually, once I learned how to use it, if I can share my screen, I will show you guys an article that I used to learn Midjourney.
Yes, please.
It's so helpful. So there is the first article that I came across was I was starting to use ChatGPT, and I was thinking about how I could use ChatGPT for product development and brand development. And I came across, I'm in this group on Facebook called ChatGPT Experts. It's a really great group. People share a lot of great content there. And I ran across, I'll share my screen and show, I ran across this article by Viral Spinu. He shared this, and he showed how he used Midjourney and ChatGPT together to create the visual identity for a premium dairy business, right? And I'll give you this link so you can throw it out there for your folks.
Yes.
But you can see all he did, and this is what inspired me to learn Midjourney. Because when I saw this, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. Yeah. He literally just told ChatGPT, I want to open a business. I'm going to sell eco high quality dairy products. I want to have an online shop, a presence in shopping malls with small shops. I need help to design my logo. My products are premium products, eco and high quality. We will target customers with above average income. Imagine a logo for me and describe it. So ChatGPT imagines the logo, and all he does is literally copies and pastes this into Midjourney.
So the result that you got from ChatGPT, and you put it in Midjourney, and that's where, oh my God, that's
look
crazy.
At these logos,
that's
right?
Crazy.
So that's beautiful. Crazy. And what we see, Midjourney doesn't really understand text yet, like as far as like AI images.
Yes.
So you can't really just take this logo and use it right away. But you can take this logo and send it over to a designer on Fiverr and get it done super fast, right? What he did, and this
even though I see some logos that I could use for sure, like there's some that are really good, And
then what he did is he said, would adding a bit of Azure work? So this is on ChatGPT, you want to think of it like a conversation, right? I'm always building on my conversations with ChatGPT. And of course, he then, described it with ChatGPT, and he added Azure to the logo in Midjourney. And look at how beautiful that is, right? So this really inspired me, Tomer. And I was like, wow, I need to learn how to use this. So all I did is I went on Google and I was like, how do I use Midjourney? It's in Discord. How do I use it? And I found this article, digitaltrends.com, how to use Midjourney to generate AI images. And it literally walks you through step by step. It just says, make sure you have a Discord login, visit the Midjourney website and click to join the beta. So you just click to join the beta, and I've got Discord up here. So I'm going to show you guys how easy this is. And all you do is accept.
And I think you get some free tokens at the beginning, right? Like
yes, up to 25 image generations in the beginning.
Image generation. Okay.
And now I pay way too much for it because I'm addicted. And I use it for like all my clients. Like I was on a call with a client the other day, and he was talking about new designs, and he's in the fashion and apparel business, which is very tough. It's like fashion accessories that he makes. So it's very tough. And so what I did is I helped him design a new fashion accessory for men based on a mid-century modern leather and wood looks. And so his product is going to look totally the ChatGPT chat that I used to describe it, so that, and now he's having his factory make samples. So, I mean, his fashion accessory, I'm not going to tell you what it is, but is going to just pop on the page. It's going to be so awesome. And I've done this with so many clients, like gift packaging for gourmet food boxes. I have another client who sells gourmet chocolates, and I helped him create packaging using this same technique, helped him create packaging that looks like a Tiffany box for chocolates. Like, what woman would not want to receive that, and what guy would not pay so much more for that piece of
Yes.
chocolate because it's in a box like that, right? So this really takes us to the next level. It's just unbelievable how fast I can turn it around. And my client came back to me yesterday and he was like, Amy, I can't believe this. I'm going to name this product after you, right? And I was like, it really took me 10 minutes. Like and it was
Wow.
fun, you know? So that's the thing is, you know, get in the habit of using ChatGPT, just like Viral did here, and having a conversation. And then all you're doing is copying and pasting it into Midjourney. So coming back here, all you do is you accept the Discord invite after you join the beta, you continue to Discord, and then it will show you, it tells you your Discord app is not automatically going to open. When it does, select the ship like Midjourney icon. I would not have known. I don't use Discord that much. I would not have known this. You know,
Yeah, they
so
give you
this
like
was
very exact instructions. Very good article.
exactly. So then it tells you, you know, go into you're ready to begin. You know, go into the AI room there, or the newbie room. There's all these newbie chat rooms, and it says when you're ready, type imagine /imagine, right?
Yeah.
So that's all you're doing. So I did this. I took let's see, I did this little conversation with ChatGPT for a garlic press, right?
Okay.
And I said, imagine a new design for a garlic press, something completely innovative and different looking than anything on the market. Base it on this description from a popular garlic press on Amazon. I literally took a bullet point from Amazon, pasted it in here, and look at what ChatGPT gave me. One potential design for a new and innovative garlic press could be a compact handheld device with a curved handle that fits comfortably in the palm of your hand. It explains the whole thing, right? And you can see I put these descriptions into Midjourney.
That's the results, right? That's what you got.
It came up with some incredible ideas. But I even challenged it more, right? I challenged it some more. I don't know why that one image didn't come up, but I challenged it more. I said,
I'm sorry to interrupt, Amy, but I have a question. I know with Midjourney, you put your prompt, you put the imagine, like, and whatever the description is, then you get results, and then you have to choose a version that you like, and then it gives you more options. Am I correct on that?
Yeah, so let me show you. I'll just do it right here in front of us, right? Okay. Let's see. I asked it to redesign it to be a different look and feel, something completely innovative and never seen before that would be very impressive when a customer sees it. Describe it in great detail. So all I could do here is just copy this design, right? I'll just copy it.
That's from ChatGPT, right?
Yeah, this is the answer from ChatGPT.
Yeah.
And I'm going to come into Discord, and you can see right here is the Midjourney chat. So then you come in here and you find your rooms. Now I'm a paid Midjourney user, so I can go into any of these rooms and you can see what other people are making, and you can study their prompts too, right? Yeah. Flower fields on Mars on top of a volcano, view through a window.
It's amazing.
This cat, I don't know, was a cute coral kitten, white background, bioluminescent. So you can
study the colors and everything, like so vivid, so beautiful, huh? Like it's amazing.
Yes, they're really, really cool. But the thing is, because I'm not great at coming up with things to put into Midjourney, I just ask ChatGPT to do it for me. So I go to ChatGPT and I say, describe this in a way where I can put it into Midjourney. I tell ChatGPT, describe it in a way where I can put it into Midjourney. And ChatGPT says, okay, here you go. Copy and paste this into Midjourney. So that's super helpful. And if Midjourney doesn't give you what you're looking for when you do that, what you can do is you can go back to ChatGPT, because I was doing this the other day and I was like, man, it's not turning out like I want it to. It's doing this. And ChatGPT was like, oh, sorry about that. Try this, right? So remember to utilize those resources. But let me show you guys how easy this is. You just come into your message in any of these chat rooms. So if you're a newbie and you don't have a paid account yet, you won't even see these other chat rooms that I see. you'll only see like these newbies rooms, right? So you can come into the newbies rooms and then you can see like what people are creating. You can even grab other people's pictures and build on them. Like that's fine, right? This looks like somebody's using something for marketing, right? A delicious triathlon's bicycle.
That's amazing. If you're just thinking, being creative, thinking out of the box, what you can do with it, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's really nuts. So you guys are going to see newbie ones when you come in here, but all you have to do is click on this chat and then you see the newbie chat room. I'm going to go into a general chat just because I'm a paid user, like I said, but it's the same. It works the same in the newbie chat. And I'm just going to type / just like you would on Slack, right? / imagine. And then you can just click here and it'll bring up the prompt. And I'm going to paste in, I'm going to paste this in, and all it is my ChatGPT description, right? And we're going to see what it comes up with. So I'm just going to hit enter and you'll see. Now, right now it's showing, it's waiting to start. And this is the confusing thing about Midjourney is that it'll start like in your stuff will be up here. And you'll be like, where is it, right? Because you're going to see all these other things like popping up. So you can see it's starting to create our garlic press, right?
Oh, I was also confused with that. Like, where's my photo? I'm scrolling down and I'm like, it's all, I'm like, okay, yeah, that's nice. Okay, so you have to just scroll up, stay where you are.
Well, you could stay where you are, or it'll actually play a sound when it's done.
Yes.
So you do have to pay attention to this right here. Okay, you see, now it disappeared. And I'm like, where did it go, right? So you just scroll down and there it is. So this is our garlic press that we just created based on, there's 4 different versions of it that we just created in seconds based on a description that we pulled from ChatGPT, right? So I'm going to save, oops, I don't want to copy the image. I want to save the image. And
you technically can take any niche that is even saturated and come up with a unique design. Like, this is crazy.
Yes, I know. I told Aaron Cordovas, because you know he's like the #1 garlic press seller. I was like, I'm coming for you, man. I'm coming for you with my unique. So let me show you though what this is though. It's a little bit different, right? So what does this mean? We've got U1, U2, U3, U4. We've got this little thing here, and then V1, V2, V3, V4. So let me explain. We got 4 images, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, right?
Yes.
If we choose U, any of the U's, that means to upscale it. So upscale version 1, upscale version 2. So I really like version 4 seems kind of cool. Like, what is that about? How would that work? So I'm going to upscale that, right? So I'm going to click that and it'll automatically send the command and it'll show up down at the bottom of the page. Then we've got these V1, V2, V3, V4. All this means is that it will create 4 new versions of that version. So it says, you know, take this. So I'm going to create a new version of version 2, right? Let's try that.
Yeah.
Okay. And then this one right here means try again, rework it. So I'm going to just click that so you guys can see what that does. Okay. So I'm going to do each of those and I'm going to scroll down. You can see all the other images are happening here. That's kind of fun. But I can even click on somebody else's, like when one of those versions come out, I can make variations of it. I can do a light upscale redo. There's all kinds of cool things that you can do with it. But you can see other people's images. And this was one of the questions that I got was that I always get is like, these are public images. Like, you know, anybody can just steal my idea, steal my images. Yeah, they can. I mean, you're not going to use it. You can get it privately though. So if you type in the help/help, there's commands where you can pay for a pro plan and you can get private images. You can generate private images. To me, I don't really worry about that because if we look at like that logo that we were showing, you know, it doesn't have real letters on it. I'm going to use that and hand it to a designer anyway. So I don't really care if somebody else sees my logo mock-up, you know, they don't know my whole business. They don't know everything about it, right?
Yeah. I agree.
So Yeah, so I'm not as worried about it, but we'll kind of see, you know, what this looks like here. I'm just going to keep scrolling down. That's the hard part, is that
Yeah.
it's sometimes hard to see, like you have to kind of keep scrolling. So we can see this is done because there's no percentage here. So
What about
remember,
going to a channel that is less busy, maybe?
yeah, you could, but overall, it takes about the
They're
same
all
amount of time.
okay.
So we can see this was when I actually clicked on version 2, it made 4 new versions of version 2, right? That is, and so you can just save the image. Now, if you want to use this image as a prompt to create something else, right? So
Yes.
first of all, let me pick one that I really like. I'm gonna pick, well, no, this is fine. I mean, I might want to upscale this one because that seemed cool, but I'm going to keep going because I did upscale a few of them. So then I can show you guys what you can do with that. So, wow, this was the rework.
Infographic.
No, yeah, this was the rework. Remember when I clicked the little circle button?
It
This
looks
is what
real,
the
number
rework.
3. Look at number 3. It looks like a real photo.
It's so cool, right?
Wow.
So I'm going to save, don't forget to save your images, right? Because that's important. But now you can play around again. So now I've got this. I'm like, oh, wow, okay. You know, now I really like number 2, or I really like number 3. So I could either upscale that image and make variations of it, or I can tell it to rework it again, or I can take one of these and make 4 versions of it. So if I really like number 3, I can say, I can click on version 3 and say, make 4 versions of that, right? So that's kind of the idea. And now here, this was the upscaled version. So what we can do with this upscaled version is we can make variations of it. We can do a light upscale redo. We can do a beta upscale redo, you know, all that kind of stuff. So you want to always save it, right? Now, let's say I want to use this image as an input, right?
Yes, yes.
So I can say, I can open it in my browser, and you can
I'm like
see,
a little kid. I'm like so excited what I'm seeing.
I
here.
know,
Like
right? I can open it in my browser. I can save this link, okay? Then I can come in here and I can go, I can come into here and I can say, imagine prompt, and then I can say, use the, make the object in image link out of metal, stainless steel, right?
No way.
And then it will, now I don't know how that's going to turn out, because I could have just asked ChatGPT to tell me how to do that, right?
Yeah.
But we'll see it, right? How it works. But I just wanted to show you guys that. So you're going to have to scroll through, you know, and see some other people's stuff as they're working. But you can see here, this was that other one that we had.
What is it? No, that's the other one too.
That was the other one. Yep. This is the one we just grabbed. So now, and that's the hard part about Midjourney, is just kind of keeping track of where everything is.
It's a mess.
But it's really cool to see other people's, like, look at the llama. That's so cool. Is that a llama?
Can you do it with any photo? Can I take my Amazon main photo as well and tell her, give me variations of it?
Yes.
Oh my God. This is crazy.
But just keep in mind though that that it may totally change it in a way you don't want to. So use it. So here we go. So here's the 4 versions. Remember, we said give us 4 versions of version. We just clicked the
number 3.
Yep. So here it is. And so now we can see all the different garlic press versions, which is really interesting and unique. But
and I guess you have to play with the prompts until you get your own results, figure it out. Same like ChatGPT.
Exactly, because prompts really, really matter. So that's the thing. But you can see how easy it is to play with once you kind of get the idea. So I wouldn't, you know, I did this in my mastermind group with my folks, and I was like showing them how to do product development with it and, you know, come up with new ideas. And, you know, we developed completely new, never seen before products. And then we also we took the garlic press example was actually one I did with my mastermind group. And after that, when they saw how easy it was, they were just like, wow, I'm clearing off my calendar for a month and I'm just going to play. Right. So then the other thing to note is that you can do all of this from your phone too. So I save ChatGPT on my phone. So here's my ChatGPT. You know, I came up with funny cat quotes because I have a cat brand, right? And I ask it to come up with hashtags and everything. But I can even ask it, you can go back to any of your chats, right? But I can even ask it like, generate an image for each of the 10 things, right? Like recommend an image for each of them. And then I just copy and paste that into Midjourney. And now not only do I have social media prompts for a month of content for my brand, but I also have images to go along with it. And that's what I've trained my VAs to do so that I, as the founder, am not doing that anymore, right? They now are empowered to do it.
Wow, amazing. I'm curious to see what we got for the metal one out of the picture.
Oh, yeah. Let's go back and see. So let's see here.
Because if you can also take external images and work on them, that's really, really everything is game changer, but this is even more.
I know on my birthday, I was feeling like a queen. So I put a picture of myself and I was like, make the girl in this photo a queen, right? And it did. But I said, preserve the essence of my face because it wasn't like it totally changed me as a person. Yeah. So I was like, preserve the essence of my face. And I asked ChatGPT how to do that.
It's crazy. So it's giving you like accurate prompts.
Yeah.
What about searching within this channel for your own username, maybe, and then it will show you all your messages.
You know, I haven't had a great
that's the only struggle I see with Midjourney. Like so many people using it, and the feed is kind of like exploding, right?
Yeah, like I just searched for anything from my username and it says there's nothing.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we still have to figure it out. But yeah, this is really amazing what you showed, and I'm 100% positive everyone will watch this video will be like blown away, like what is going on and how they can use it in their own business. For me, what I'm thinking of is even taking like niches that, you know, I'm doing my own criterias and I'm looking for products, I'm not sure about something, taking a few of the leaders to give me some ideas on like and angles on how what kind of products to bring, or even for my existing products, you know, you're a copywriter, so you know that, you know, a listing, even if you have the bestseller badge, if you're not changing your title, your images constantly, you're really leaving money on the table. So even with existing listing, taking them to get ideas for more A/B testings and more, you know, like Bigfoot tests, you know, that you can do before even you launch your product. You know, right now what we do is we give it to the designer. Now it's easier than before. We don't have to actually shoot it. We can do it in 3D. But this is like replace of work of few days, because maybe it's not the actual work of few days, but since you have to coordinate with someone, give them instructions, they work in at different times and they come back, and this all, it's not just the actual work, it's also about the process, because you can do it yourself in a second instead of waiting for others. So that's also very exciting. You don't have to wait to anyone to produce photos for a Bigfoot test or for whatever. So that's amazing. That's really like amazing. And yeah, so you mentioned you know, product packaging, Amazon posts.
I mean, you can make flyers, you can make website mock-ups. If you follow this this article from Viral Spinu that I originally like found that really inspired me to do this. He made these logos, but then next he said, thanks, we're done with the logo. Now imagine a landing page. And he literally just copied the landing page description into Midjourney, and look at the landing pages he came up with.
No way.
Yes. No way. So even your website, your logos, the next
A+ content. Can you generate for me A+ content mockup? Oh my God.
Yes, exactly. Wow. There's so many. today I used it. I was doing a website for a sourcing and selling Middle East trip we're doing to Jordan here coming up in June. And
wow.
we're just finishing up the website for that. And I was just asking ChatGPT, like, hey, help me better lay out this website. Help me really attract people to this. Help me really, explain the benefits. And it will give, ChatGPT will give you sections of the website. It'll say, header, put this, section 1, put this. And then you can literally just copy that into, if you want a mock-up for it, you can copy it into Midjourney and get those mock-ups. And look at how beautiful these are. And the cool thing he did is he's always pushing the button here. I love this. He said, great, I love it. How about redesigning the website as an innovative and out of the ordinary website? Something really creative, never seen before. And look at what it came up with.
Oh my God. Wow.
Blue cows. I love it.
Wow.
Right?
Wow.
So
wow.
when you think about making your packaging pop, making your product pop, I have a client that does different flavors, and I took their stuff and put it in here and just said, really, make it pop, make it look like something really, really interesting. And it did a logo, it did some new packaging for them, different bottles, and we got to try out different things to really see what would pop on the page. And then you can grab that on PickFu, put it up there next to your competitors, and before you know it, you've spent a few minutes and you've come up with something completely out of the box, and just amazing that will pop off the page. Look at what he did next, a flyer, A4 size, presenting my products, describe it to me.
No way. No way. The product inserts like in a second. Oh my God.
Yes, product inserts in a second. Thank you, Tamara. That was a good idea. I didn't even think about product inserts. I'm doing that next.
Wow, this is like the first thing. This is a product insert. Like it took me like just a few days now. I did a new insert, and oh my God, this is. I'm thinking, I thought came through my mind now. Not publish this video, keep it to myself. So, but no, I think a lot of people will love it.
I don't blame you, because it's so powerful. It's so beautiful. So, that's why I'm in these ChatGPT groups, because I'm seeing what these different folks are doing with it. So, there's really great, the biggest thing I can tell everybody is study your prompts. Like there's a lot of really great GitHub's prompts. So this one, github.com/f/awesome ChatGPT prompts. You can ask it to act as a travel guide, as a plagiarism checker, as a character in a book, as an advertiser. I ask it to act as a product designer. I've asked it to act as a product developer and describe a product into this new product that I developed with ChatGPT and Midjourney. I've asked it to describe it in a way that I can hand it over to a 3D CAD developer, and they can use 3D CAD to create it. And ChatGPT will spit it out. And then you can throw that into Midjourney, and you can get like this really cool, like infographic mock-up design. It's just so cool what you can do with this. Like the possibilities are endless, truly. And then guys, don't forget, you're seeing me, how I use ChatGPT and Midjourney, together, but there's so many cool tools. So there's, allthingsai.com. They have all the different tools, and they're always adding to it, the different AI tools that you can use. Like GPT for slides, like these apps, a lot of them were created using ChatGPT, right? But they're out there for you to use. There's tons of them right now. Another great site is futurepedia.io. This site is really, really great, and has a lot of really great tools in it. So there's just no limit. The other thing that I've used ChatGPT for that's really helpful is video scripts. So I say, create me a video script to sell this product. Yeah. The other thing you could do with ChatGPT is you can hand it the product. So you can say, I'm starting this business, I'm doing this, right? And I used it to develop a product the other day that I had been working on for years, but couldn't come up with the exact design or the workings of the product because it was mechanical and electrical, and I'm not an electrical engineer, but now I can be. So I got the exact design of it. And then I was like, okay, sell it to me. And you can say, ChatGPT, sell me this product, and then put in quotes, hands you the product, right? And it will literally sell it to you. I used it to create, for my Evo Latam trade show in Mexico, I used it to create sales scripts for my sales personnel in Spanish. And first I came up with it in English and said, make this really compelling, make it, because I didn't have a date for my next show, but I wanted deposits on exhibitors. I wanted exhibitors to put deposits down, but I didn't have a date. So I was like, ChatGPT, help me. I don't have a date. I don't have a location, but I need to sell these things. Like, help me come up with a sales script. So it literally wrote up a sales script that I was like, now put it in Spanish for Mexico. Same thing, copied that out, had it done in seconds. The whole people that were on my Mexico trip, I did these really fun like chats every day, these chat announcements of the schedule. All I did was put my schedule into ChatGPT, and I said, I want to make WhatsApp announcements every day, add emojis, make it fun, make it witty. And it read it, and everybody was like, I'm really loving these announcements. They're so much fun. And I'm like, AI.
It's crazy. It's crazy. It's giving you consistency as well, because sometimes you think and work hard on something, but then you see it's just too much work, and you kind of leave it. And with these tools, just make everything like more scalable, more. It's really amazing. And I think, like you said, it's not going to replace humans, because people that are, sorry, but the lazy, they're not going to be, they're not going to be not lazy just in a day and start using it, because it involves some adjustments, some learning, like you said, and it's not, I see a lot of people trying with it, but they give up on that phase when they not getting their desired results, and there's it's not working, but they're not digging deep enough, like in everything, to really learn how to work with it. So what you are actually achieved and know what you're showing us are like, make me feel like I'm years behind. So this is really amazing what you know already. So yeah, thank you for sharing all this information. What are the limitations that we have with those tools? Like, I kind of mentioned that people giving up on that, and due to not really knowing the prompts and how to use it, not getting the results they want. What you think from others or from your own use that is not there yet?
Well, the thing about ChatGPT is they're constantly updating it. So what they're trying to put in protection mechanisms, because people are using it to like make really great legal arguments and stuff like that. They said ChatGPT passed the bar exam, so it's like, whoa, we got to be super careful about how we're using this, because we could actually cause harm in our society. So you'll see that you do kind of have to keep up with it. Like the other day, I asked it for legal advice on something, and it was like, it said something about, I cannot offer legal advice, and before it would, and then it didn't. So, but what you could do, there's like little workarounds. You can say, well, I am a licensed attorney. And then it was like, well, in that case, so, but for me, it's all about staying in those communities. It's the same way as being an Amazon seller, right? Yes, I'm a guru, I go and speak about all these things, but do you know how much I learn from other people in the community, from my clients, from other sellers? That is what 10X's me, is every time I go to another event, I learn something. I know Prosper next week, yes, it's the ultimate networking event, but I know that I'm going to meet somebody and we're going to discuss something, or I'm going to do something that it's going to 10X me. I know that, so that's the thing, is with these tools, stay in the communities, get in the communities, go to conferences, learn, that's the thing, is if you want to become good at anything, you have to become a student of it. You have to follow the people who are already doing it, right? That's why I give credit to this Viral guy who posted this simple blog post that just inspired me and just set me off. And I hadn't even thought about using Midjourney for the same reason. Like, oh man, it's in Discord, it's so confusing. But once I saw his blog post, I was like, I've got to figure this out. There's Google, I can figure this out, right? So I Googled how to use Midjourney and found this other article, and I was like, okay. And I literally just brought up his blog article then and used it as kind of a template to start playing with my own. And on my phone on a Saturday morning, I was able to come up with a new design for a product that I have been working on innovating for 3 years. And I haven't moved forward because I did not have the expertise or the visual to make it happen. And ChatGPT and Midjourney did it better than I ever could have. So, that's the thing is you got to be, it's like anything else, become a student, until you can become the master, right? Follow the people who have mastered it, figure it out. And I can't take credit for anything I'm showing you today. I've shown you where I learned it from, right? I can take credit for the practice that I've done and the sharing that I've done and the feedback that I've got. But all of this that I'm learning about AI is just me being a sponge and going out there and going, okay, I'm going to spend this time and be creative and figure it out, right? Same way that I published my first book, same way, I just gave myself a little challenge, like this weekend, I'm gonna learn this. So, I would just encourage everyone to do the same thing. And even if you start with these 2 simple tools in that article that I showed you, it's a great way to just see what you can do with it.
Yeah, for sure. I have so many more questions, but I think it's time to finish for today. I hope that you will want to come again in the future because I'm sure people will take a ton of things out of this video that they can implement. But more importantly, how to really keep evolving, keep learning, keep being a student. I think that's what really differentiate maybe from the successful to the unsuccessful. Keep learning, keep innovating, and trying new things. Now, people want to contact you. I know you forgot to mention this at the beginning, but later on you mentioned that about your trips to Mexico that you do and all of that. And someone interesting to contact you, how they can do it, what is the best way to reach out to you?
Yeah, so you guys can always visit my website, amazingathome.com. It's a really great place to see everything that I'm doing. You'll see information about my Mexico trip there. You'll see information about my podcast, The Seller Roundtable, my mastermind group, all kinds of my free Facebook group. And then on social media, you can always find us at Amazing at Home. So that is our alias on TikTok, on Instagram, on YouTube, LinkedIn, all the places. So would love to see you guys there. Love to see you in our free Facebook group. We have a really great seller community. It's called Amazing at Home. So just come visit us. We'd love to have you, and let's get nerdy together.
Yeah, and for people visiting Prosper, you can see Amy there as well. I'm also gonna attend. And thank you very much, Amy, for this insane value and information that you brought here. Really appreciate it.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.